Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button. Also turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Dade Kia for giving me time with the 2022 Kia Sorento X-Line SX Prestige with all-wheel drive. If you guys are on the market for a Kia, be sure to check out Dade Kia and ask for Cello. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Kia Sorento X-Line SX Prestige with all-wheel drive. Starting price here is at $43,190 with the options and accessories, including destination. This one stickers for $45,585. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the Kia Sorento here. I love this Aruba green that my model is painted in. It looks good with the aluminum trim, also with the black trim throughout this vehicle. I like the nice Aruba green exterior paint here. It looks really good. Looking at these taillights here, they're going to be a full LED with an automatic low and high beam. There's this LED turn signal here. Also with this LED daytime run light, it's integrated together, which is a nice clean look. I like the nice texture here to the tiger nose grille. There's the Kia logo here front and center with this front facing camera with some gloss black trim for the outer line of the grille. There's front parking sensors, and this one does come equipped with full LED fog lights. More gloss black trim here with the aluminum painted trim at the lower part of the front lip splitter here. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Kia Sorento. I think it's a nice tweener looking vehicle. If you guys don't want the large Kia Telluride in your driveway, this one does come with 3 rows of seating. Keep that in mind. Looking at the side profile here, this has a 110.8-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 189.4. So it's right on par with some of the other competitors in this segment. Looking at these tires and wheels here, I like the nice gray finish here to the rim design. This also has a new Kia logo in the actual center cap there. These are a 225/45 Continental cross contact tires, so pretty good tires here on the market. Then they're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design, which, like I mentioned, looks really nice here with this grayish finish to the actual rim design. There's also these running boards here, which is mounted to the vehicle. Some owners might take it off if you guys really don't need that accessory. And of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the cladding along the door panel and whatnot. This is gloss black mirror cap here with this LED side marker. And up top, my model does come with this large panoramic sunroof here with these roof rails here. You guys can put things on top of the vehicle if the storage space does not fit your actual needs. But looking at these taillights here, they're going to be a full LED, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. The reverse lights live down here. They look to be an incandescent bulb, so my apologies. It's going to be an LED combination. But there's rear parking sensors here. There's the all-wheel drive badge, which has this gray finish to it with the Sorento name, which is proudly spelled out back here. This also has the Kia logo there with the backup camera, of course. And looking down here, there's no visible exhaust trim. There's a single piece right there, but it's kind of tucked underneath the rear bumper. And to open up the trunk here, this presses button down here, which is underneath the E. So Kia cleverly hides the trunk release. Once it opens up, it reveals 12.6 cubic feet of space. And to let down the third row, just pull the strap here. I can't let it down all the way because the seat here is, kind of too close back. But as you guys can see, that expands the cargo 75.5 cubic feet of space once you fold down all the seats. And underneath the load floor here, Kia does give you some underfloor storage also with a jack just in case you guys get a flat tire. Looking at the interior of the Kia Sorento X-Line SX Prestige, as you guys can see here, I love this nice two-tone color combination with the brown interior. It looks really good with the Aruba green exterior. Above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof here. As you guys can see, it kind of goes into the third row just a little bit. The seats in here, they're very supportive and comfortable. I like the nice look that they have. Also with a nice color scheme here, it is continued onto the door panel with a nice stitching. There's also this wood-like trim here. I think it's kind of real. It is continued to the dashboard, and it does make its way over here to the driver door as well. Over here on the driver door, there's 2 person memory seats. Sadly, you do not get that on the passenger side. Over here is going to be your window controls, which is automatic up and down for all 4. There's your power folding features here. As you guys see, it will power fold the mirrors in via this button there. This also has the Bose audio sound system, which is a really good sound system here. Over here is your illumination switch, your lane keeping assist, traction control, and your trunk release button is there. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer good range and adjustability. There's these 2 nice screens in here. This is a 12.3-inch instrument cluster with this 10.25-inch infotainment system. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but you have to use a wire here. There's no wireless function as of this filming. We're reaching over to shut the door, and to start up the vehicle, put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button right here on the dash. As you guys can see, I like the nice graphics here that the instrument cluster offers. As you guys can see, like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's very bright, very friendly to use the screen here. Going to the Kia interface here is very snappy, very responsive screen here. We're going back to the Apple CarPlay. This also has dual climate control, 3-level heated and cooled seats. There's 3 USB charging ports down here, a wireless phone charger, and it does have the capability to cool your phone so it doesn't get overheated, because you know some other manufacturers have wireless phone chargers and it kind of heats up your phone a lot and it kind of shuts it off when it gets too hot. If you guys have an iPhone, I think Android does the same thing. Putting the vehicle into reverse here, it does reveal a top-down 360 view, good high-resolution camera. There's different views and whatnot to look around the vehicle. There's trajectory with distance markers, front and rear parking sensors. Kicking it down here over to the left, now you can shift the gears yourself via the shifter or through the paddle shifters here on the steering wheel. This shifter here houses the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Nice leather around the shifter. You can also lock the center diff. There's an eco mode, snow, comfort, smart, and sport. As you guys can see, you switch over to the sport gauge. I like the nice aluminum background to the display there. On a full tank of gas, this thing says it has 419 miles of cruising range. If you guys go for the plug-in variant, which it gets an additional 32 miles of all-electric range on a full battery charge. If you guys put them together, I think that's equivalent to 79 mpge, so that's around 460 miles of cruising range. So it's way more miles than what you guys get here with the turbocharged engine, which still is good mileage and whatnot. There's an automatic start stop. You can access the camera via this button here. It will show you the same setup if you guys have the vehicle into reverse. There's your parking sensors, hill descent control, heated steering wheel, also an auto hold with this electronic parking brake. There's a lot of gloss black trim here around the center armrest or center console area here. There's 2 cup holders here, and this is where you guys will put the key at, and a little bit of storage here. The center armrest here is slightly padded, but it does feel nice to rest my elbows on. There's a good amount of storage here in the center armrest. Like I mentioned, seats are very supportive and comfortable. Let's look at the instrument cluster here. You can't customize it via this control over here. It does show you your compass, your driver information, and whatnot, so you can customize it to your liking. Also what the all-wheel drive is doing, so you guys can customize it to your liking here. I'm gonna put it back into its comfort mode here. It does kind of simmer down the gauge a little bit, or make it look, or give it like this calm look. The materials on the dashboard here are gonna be a soft touch ejection molded plastic with this faux stitching here. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer a good amount of storage there as well. I like these very unique looking air vents here. Reminds me of like dumbbells, so I like the nice design cues here in the Sorento. Above me, there's these touch capacitive lights here, or you guys can press the physical button there. There's this little illumination bar here which lights up once you press that button. Sadly, you can't touch it to turn it on, but that's a small little nitpick. Over here is going to be for your UVO connection, also with your SOS button and whatnot. The armrest here is going to be nice and padded, nice stitching here with this aluminum trim that runs through the grab handle. It's going to be nicely padded here with more stitching there, and you do get additional storage and cup holder space here. And I like the 3-spoke wheel design. There's some gloss black trim here at the lower part of the steering wheel. This also has a new Kia logo here on the airbag cover. Over here's your voice controls here. The turn signal and headlight stock is there. Wind wiper stock is right there. But overall, the interior of the Kia Sorento is very friendly when it comes to the nice infotainment system here. Like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's take a look at the back seat here of the Kia Sorento. Keep in mind, this does come standard with 3 rows of seating here. Let's talk about the materials here. It is carried over from the front, nice high quality materials with this aluminum painted door handle with trim here. It does offer 2 level heated seats here, also with the Bose sound system there. The switchgear feels very high quality. More than nice stitching is continued here with this nicely padded material. Even on the armrest here is going to be nicely padded. This trim that runs through the grab handle, also more stitching there. So really nice high quality materials. It does say Sorento here in the actual door seal, which is a nice detail there. But to get into this vehicle, this one does come equipped with running boards here, but there's no grab handle, so you just kind of have to hoist yourself inside this vehicle. As you guys can see here, I have plenty of space here in the second row. Kia says this has 40.7 inches of legroom space, so it's matching the same in the front that you guys get as well. There's also 4 map pockets back here, believe it or not. There's one here, you also get the same over there, so it's going to be 4 in total. Also with the USB ports in the actual seat back. Kia, Genesis, and Hyundai is known for doing that nice little feature there. No other manufacturer offers that. There's rear air vents back here, nicely designed, and there's also USB port, 12 volt. The floor back here is kind of flat, but you know, it's still does offer a good amount of space back here. Above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof here. It kind of goes into the third row just a little bit. The seats are very supportive and comfortable with these lockable armrests here. You can adjust them to your liking and whatnot. But let's get into the third row real quick here. And to get into the third row, you can press this button down here, or you can press the button on top next to the actual headrest. As you guys can see, it does offer a little bit of space to get into the third row. You can only fit 2 people back there, not 3 people across. That's why you guys might want to go for the Telluride if you guys are looking for, you know, 3 people in the actual third row. But sitting back here, my knees are not up to my face, but I do have just a decent amount of foot space back here. That's why I would probably recommend going for the Telluride if you guys are looking for more third row space. There's a USB charging port back here. You can also let down the actual second row here by pressing this button here if you guys need maximum cargo space, or if you guys want to, you know, make this into like a little lounge area. You guys can fold down the seats, which most people probably wouldn't do. But there's a 12 volt here, good storage, and a cup holder there. You also get the same features on this side, USB port, cup holder, and additional storage. But like I mentioned, you can't fit 3 people across, but you can get comfortable back here on a long road trip. Me personally, I can sit back here on a long road trip. I'm only 5'8", but keep in mind, if you guys are over 6 feet tall, I recommend not putting someone back here on a long road trip. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Kia Sorento. This is Kia's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. As the Sorento sits here with all-wheel drive, this vehicle weighs in around 4,200 pounds, and Kia says properly equipped, you can tow up to 3,500 pounds here. Keep in mind, you can also go for a hybrid. You can go for a plug-in variant, which gets around 32 miles of auto-electric range on a full battery. But making our way over to the fuel door here, Kia says this is rated to get 22 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 24 combined. So I'm back behind the wheel here of the Kia Sorento. It's been probably over a year since I've driven this vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here. This is Kia's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder and 311 pound-feet of torque. It's the same powertrain that's sampled in the Kia K5 GT. So it's a good powertrain. It's very responsive. That 8-speed dual clutch is paired very well with this powertrain. It knows when to be in the meat of the power band. And visibility of this vehicle here is really good. This is a tweener vehicle because it offers a third row. The seat comfort here is very supportive and comfortable here. It does offer 3-level heated and cooled seats. The cool seats blow really good cold air. Like today, it's like 84 degrees outside, but it's nice that I could basically switch on the cool seats and, you know, basically kind of cool it down a little bit. As you guys can hear, the engine is shut off. Once I took my foot off the brake, it starts up very smooth, very quiet. And this powertrain, like I mentioned, it's a good powertrain. It loves to be basically love to be revved here. It's a turbo. It's really good. It does give you that, you know, good acceleration if you guys are looking to merge onto a highway. This vehicle weighs around 4,200 pounds, so it is very quick, you know, to, you know, get up to highway speeds and whatnot. You can also switch the different drive modes here. Right now, I'm going to put it into sport mode here. And it does hold the revs, of course, because it's in this it's in the sport mode here. But you know, it's good. It's a 4-cylinder. You're not gonna really knock it too much for the sound because it's a 4-cylinder. But that 3.8 liter in the Telluride, it's a good silky powertrain. But Kia just doesn't offer any, you know, hybridization, no plug-in variant that you guys can get here on the Sorento. They have the capability of doing it, but Kia claims that it's riding on their old platform, so it's not going to be compatible with the powertrains and whatnot. So we should be expecting a new generation of Telluride in the near future with, you know, a plug-in variant, a hybrid option and whatnot. But this is nice that, you know, you guys can still get, you know, different trim levels and, you know, different powertrain options here in the Sorento family. I like the plug-in variant. I test the plug-in variant a while back, and I like that powertrain. I like that you can go on, you know, 32 miles of all electric range, which is just super impressive. It has a total range of 460-ish miles until the battery is depleted, and there's no more gas in the actual tank. So that's super impressive. Right now I'm looking at around 415 miles until empty. So that's still a good cruising range, but if you guys want to get maximum range, I would recommend going for either the hybrid or the plug-in variant if you guys are looking for that maximum range. But visibility out of this vehicle here is really good. You also have this low dash here, good side mirrors. This also has blind spot monitoring. If I signal left here, it will show me what's in my blind view camera. It will show me what's in my blind view camera here. But let's take this vehicle out of its sport mode and put it into its comfort, and let's just basically cruise. This is what most people are gonna drive their Sorento, just in comfort mode here. Fuel economy is rated at 22 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 24 combined. Let's do an acceleration run here real quick and see how the power delivery is. Let's put it back into a sport mode here. Let's turn off the automatic start stop. I like that they give you this button right here, and the center diff is not locked. This thing will haul butt. Like, this thing is really quick for this vehicle to weigh around 4,200 pounds. It is very quick on its feet. That turbocharged engine, once again, it's a good engine paired with this 8-speed dual clutch. Like I mentioned, it is sampled in the Sonata inline, the Kia K5 GT. So it is a very proven powertrain. I like that you can get the third row, I think, as standard. Like I mentioned, the second row offers the same amount of legroom as the Kia Telluride, if not a little bit less than that. But it is nice that you can, get a tweener vehicle that's between, the Telluride. But if you guys want the large Telluride in your driveway, I think the Sorento is a good option. It offers great fuel economy. It has a turbocharged option, which the Telluride just has one powertrain, like I mentioned, which is that 3.8 liter V6, which is not a bad powertrain, but you're gonna be noticing at the pump. If you guys go for a hybrid, which is gonna be a little bit more fuel efficient compared to the Telluride, I would recommend going for the Sorento because you're not gonna really lose too much if you guys go for the Sorento family. After spending time with the 2022 Kia Sorento X-Line SX Prestige with all-wheel drive, this is a tweener SUV if you guys don't want that large Kia Telluride in your driveway. It does offer a good amount of space in the second and third row if you guys are not looking to put one over 6 feet tall. I like the nice sharp infotainment system. It is very friendly to use. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed my review here on the 2022 Kia Sorento X-Line SX Prestige with all-wheel drive. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at Drive One Reviews. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.